If there is so much data available in the world, if AI technology is so powerful, why do companies continue to flood us with irrelevant messages every moment of our lives? Over the last decade, the problem has become more acute. Huge companies are spending more and more money to grab our eyeballs. But instead of using data and technology to make our lives simpler, they have built algorithms that monopolize the most precious asset we have. Not money, but our time and attention. My name is Suresh Shankar. I'm an entrepreneur, the founder and CEO of Crayon Data, a Singapore-based AI and big data company. I have spent the last 36 years seeking the holy grail of marketers worldwide. How to understand consumers as individuals and create relevant and compelling experiences tailored for each of them. But I intend to share with you today not the glory of the destination that I seek, but the challenges of the journey that I take. And I will do so through the story of 4 phone calls, moments which altered my life, which epitomize pressure, and how it is your response to such moments that shape you, your journey, and your destiny. Phone call number 1, July 2000. I had just quit my cushy corporate job in Singapore and was about to join as the COO of a new startup at the height of the dot-com boom. A few days before I was meant to join them, while on holiday, I received a phone call from the CEO of the startup to be. Suresh, I have some news for you. The guys with the funds have backed out. The startup I was supposed to join was not even starting. I had given up my well-paying bank job, I had literally no savings, I was in limbo, and my immediate response was, what have I done? But in my heart, I knew this moment was different. I knew it was a moment to turn accident into ambition. I spent the next 15 days looking back at my 15 years in marketing and advertising. I knew that marketing was changing from a right-brained to a left-brained activity, that its future would be driven by data and technology. So I took the plunge and decided to set up my own startup, Red Pill Analytics. Back then in 2000, analytics wasn't even a thing. Over the next 8 years, my team and I went through the trials and tribulations of pioneering a new category. We experienced all the highs and lows of entrepreneurship. No one would fund us. Everyone predicted we would fail. We faced credit card debt. We were always running out of cash. In spite of the pressure, or maybe because of it, we became the #1 analytics firm. We kept growing, even during the global financial crisis of 2008. Phone call number 2. On October 14, 2009, I made a phone call together with a global business leader. We announced to the world that IBM had acquired Red Pill Analytics. It was everything any entrepreneur could ever have wanted. I had started something, grown it to prominence, and sold it to the biggest global name in technology. What did the moment represent? To friends and acquaintances, it represented success. Many who had been skeptical and even scornful of my startup called me to say they'd always known I would make it. Others, who had been genuinely supportive all along, were delighted for us. To most of my team, it represented vindication. We had shown the world we were right, and they were, well, mistaken. We had shown that when you try to do something pioneering, the world may seem to be against you, but the universe works with you to reward your persistence. And to me personally, I had turned a professional evolution into a business revolution. I spent 2 years at IBM as the global head of analytics for one of their divisions. But in 2012, I sensed the next revolution coming. The future would not just be data, but big data. Not just analytics, but AI. I was tempted again by my search for the Holy Grail. I left IBM to start Crayon Data in 2012. Coming off the success of my first venture, it was in some ways a lot easier. Crayons Vision was bold: simplify the world's choices. Every day, each of us makes a vast number of choices, where to eat or shop, where to travel to, what clothes to buy, what movie to watch, music to listen to, book to read. Research shows us that each choice involves making 10 to 12 searches, reading 5 to 6 reviews, often conflicting, spending 30 to 45 minutes of time. As choice and the content on each choice becomes more abundant, our time and attention become the limiting factors. More is actually less. And less can indeed be more. We need choices to be simplified, to be made personal and relevant. The data exists, as does the technology. Here is the problem. While the world is awash with data, big tech is making it worse by building algorithms and experiences that serve their interests, not ours. They keep us in an endless scroll, one that allows them to monopolize and monetize our time. I built Crayon around a big idea: turn the misery of choosing into the magic of choice. Build an AI platform that could deliver 4 to 6 highly relevant choices to any consumer in any category. Save time, reduce irrelevance, improve the quality of their attention. Over the next 6 years, Crayon went through everything a typical startup does. Raised money, burnt it. Achieved early success, failed to grow. Built a great tech platform, struggled with product market fit. Ran into many roadblocks, ran out of cash. Prioritized, pivoted, finally found product market fit, rebuilt the platform, signed some big global clients. In 2017, the world's best airline chose to back our vision with their money. Crayon was set for the big stage. A massive growth in revenue, a big fundraise beckoned. December 2018. After a long prototype building exercise, Crayon was about to launch the first truly personalized travel experience for hundreds of millions of travelers for one of the world's leading airlines. Our platform, Maya.ai, was going to change the face of travel as we knew it, and change Crayon, catapult us into the big league. The project was slated to move into production in January 2019. The team was excited and busy, planning hiring, planning growth, planning new features, closing out term sheets. Little did I know what was on the way. Phone call number 3. On December 22nd at 12:30 p.m., in the middle of our annual planning session, I received a phone call from the client. And he said to me, "Suresh, this has nothing to do with Crayon, but we're not proceeding with the project. Tell your team not to come into the office in January." And just like that, the biggest AI-led transformation deal in the airline industry was put on pause. In that moment, there were difficult decisions to be made. We had a team on site of the client. How do we break the news to them? How do we cope with the loss of a massive portion of revenue? How do we protect the jobs of nearly 50 people that we had hired over the year? Would our investors continue to back us with the new fundraise? But first, there was little time to waste. Within 90 minutes, we had spoken to the board, talked to the core team, and held a company-wide town hall. We were transparent about the loss and the challenges it would pose to the company. And though I had butterflies in my stomach, we were confident and specific about how we would respond to the situation. My message to the team and to the world: let's turn this setback into a bigger success. The team responded magnificently. They set even more ambitious goals. We know our platform is so good that the world's best airline chose it. So why just one airline? Why not every one of them? And every bank too? The team reused the assets we had built to create a new business line around this solution, which is the basis of the company today. The leadership too stepped up. We made counterintuitive choices. We did not let go of anyone. We decided not to raise lots more money. We convinced our board and investors to stay the course and back us with just a little bit more. Over the next 24 months, the Crayon team overcame the difficult phone call and grew the business many times over. In 2020, when the COVID pandemic made its phone call, not just to us, but to the whole world, Crayon not just survived, but thrived. I stand here today as a battle-scarred entrepreneur whose every day is full of unrelenting pressure. I've shared with you my journey through a series of phone calls. In our lives and as entrepreneurs, each of us will receive many such challenging phone calls from investors, from clients, from colleagues. In today's day and age, it may not even be a phone call, more likely a chat message, an email, a tweet. There will be many bad calls and a few great ones. It's how you respond to these calls that will determine your destiny. Here are my learnings on how to respond to the calls that we receive in our life. First, ancient Greek philosophy teaches us that character is destiny. What you make of your situation and how you react to it reveals who you really are. The world is full of entrepreneurs who take shortcuts to glory. These stories invariably end badly. Think about all the recent business collapses and frauds around the world. There are plenty of easy options in life. My advice, don't succumb to the temptation. Believe in the right ends and the right means. Second, ancient Indian philosophy teaches us about detachment. Be obsessive about the actions that you can control. Be detached from the outcomes that you cannot. Your values create your actions create your destiny leads to the right outcome. Create a great business, the exit will come. Create value, valuations will follow. And third, Chinese culture and the bamboo tree teaches us about persistence. The bamboo tree requires a lot of water, sunshine, and fertile soil to grow. In the first year, you plant the bamboo tree, you water it, you fertilize it, you tend to it. Nothing happens, and that's what you expect. In the second year, you water it and you fertilize it. Nothing. You're a patient man, so in the third year, you water and fertilize the bamboo tree and tend to it. Still, nothing. You're blaming the universe and everything around you at this point. One last time you say. You water and fertilize the bamboo tree for a fourth year. Nothing. You are about to give up, but because you possess what I call the stupidity gene, you turn up in the fifth year and you water and fertilize the bamboo tree yet again. Sometime in the fifth year, the bamboo tree sprouts and grows 90 feet in just 6 weeks. This is the story of all entrepreneurship, except you don't even know which year it will sprout. The 3 calls I mentioned have taught me that accidents need to be turned into ambition. Character is destiny. Persistence will pay off. If I were to sum what I have learned about pressure over these years, you will receive many phone calls that can break you, but you just need one phone call that will make you. Keep persisting till that phone call comes. You may be wondering, what about phone call number 4? Well, at Crayon, we're still waiting for it. We don't know who is going to call us or when that call is going to come. But one thing we know for sure, the 4th call will come and it will be a great outcome. Thank you.